Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, here back with another reaction video. And today, we are going to react to the NBA in 2009. We're done with the 2000s. We're done with it. We're done with the 2000s. So this is the final year of the 2000s so far. Hey, I appreciate everybody fucking with this series, man. Obviously this series goes as far as the dude who uploads it does, so he does not have 2010 up yet, so we'll just have to. I mean, we got WWE. They WWE got somebody else doing the same thing like this, but with WWE. So I'm probably just gonna stick with that until he uploads 2010, or if he goes back to the 90s. I don't know. Who knows where he's going from here? But more than likely, because he's a LeBron fan, he's going to the 2010s. So, so yeah. The final year, 2009. This is the year LeBron finally broke out. Looking back at it though, LeBron winning that MVP, I'm kind of on the fence about that one now. Because back then I was like, he kind of deserved it. But at the same time, though, Dwayne Wade was going crazy. Kobe had way better stats than LeBron this year, because Kobe was on a fucking mission this year. He was pissed the fuck off. Like I said, that Boston series, that shit made him a different type of animal, bro. Everybody was going crazy this year. Carmelo was going crazy this year. Bro, I'm gonna have to put this up there as one of them good years, bro, because this is one of them years where the superstars were being superstars. So like I said, man, it's no hate here, man. It's no hate here. LeBron definitely had one of his breakout seasons. This was a breakout season for LeBron for sure, but I feel like Kobe was just on another level, in my personal opinion. But hey, man, everybody was going crazy this year. What else happened this year? Allen Iverson got traded to the fucking Detroit Pistons. That's nasty work. That was nasty work. But hey, then he cut his braids off too. I was like, man, what the hell? But this was around the same time my braids got cut off too. But I got my cut off by force. I was forced to cut my braids off. I didn't have free will to choose, because if I had free will, I would probably still have my braids to this day. Dead ass. I would still probably have my braids to this day, bro. That could be a story time about how I lost my braids, and I talk about that in the story time. But anyways, though, yeah, man, everybody was going crazy this year. This was Dwight Howard came out of nowhere. That, bro, the best fucking moment from this series by far was the Chicago Bulls versus the Boston Celtics in the first round. That was by far the best basketball I've ever seen in a playoff series, by far. I've seen some great ass matchups, but I've never seen one as great as that one. That Chicago Bulls and Boston Celtics matchup in the first round of this of the 2009 playoffs, that shit was fire. Not to mention the fact Derrick Rose came into the league this year. Russell Westbrook came into the league this year. Trying to think who else. Trying to think who else. Who else from that '08 draft class? Who else? JaVale McGee, DeAndre Jordan. I think Nick Young was in this draft class, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Nick Young was in this draft class. If not, he was probably in the previous one. I think Nick Young was in the previous one. I'm not for certain. I could just Google it, but I don't feel like it. But anyways, though, yeah, I think this was the last draft class where high school players could come in, because DeAndre Jordan was, I believe, was the last high school drafted player. After that, the NBA officially banned high schoolers from jumping straight to the NBA, because the NCAA the NCAA, they just had to be some bitch ass niggas. You know how that go. But anyways, though, without further ado, let's get right into this, man. I wish a lot of high schoolers could. I wish a lot of high schoolers could still jump to the league because that shit kind of fire, bro. You go from high school straight to the pros like these two did. It's really not. It really wasn't that bad of a formula. It's just the NCAA got to get their money. That's all it was. Niggas didn't want to go to school, and they knew niggas didn't want to go to school. It was like, oh, you niggas don't want to go to school. We're going to force you to go to school. It's like, we don't want to go to school. It's like, dude, you don't have to learn anything. We just need you for the money. We just need you for the product. That's it. Well, we ain't getting no money, though. That ain't our problem. Now these NIL deals came in and shit. Now they can't do nothing.
Let's take it back to the memorable year of 2009. In film, The Hangover is released, igniting a new era of R-rated comedies. In TV, Glee is introduced, becoming a cultural sensation. And in music, Kanye West infamously interrupts Taylor Swift at the VMAs.
Beyonce had the best video of all time.
As the 2008-2009 NBA season dawned, the Boston Celtics were already being dubbed the next great dynasty after a storybook run at the title last year. The Los Angeles Lakers were seeking revenge after an all-time humiliating defeat in the final game of last year's finals. And the two best players in the league were each climbing toward an individual peak where only one could reign supreme. You're going to want to stay tuned for this chapter in the NBA in the year 2009, a year in review. Depending on who you ask, the 2008 offseason was a mixed bag. For Boston, it was a coronation of the league's next great team, and they were the favorites to repeat as champions in 2009.
Trust me, if Kevin Garnett never got injured, Kobe and Boston running that shit back, we probably would have got a Cavaliers Warriors series out of this if Kevin Garnett never gets injured.
For the Lakers, there wasn't a hole deep enough to hide in after suffering a 39-point defeat in Game 6 of the NBA Finals last year. But for Kobe, he couldn't hide out too long as he joined Team USA that summer to try and reclaim gold in the Beijing Summer Olympics.
The best Olympic team I've ever watched. No offense to the 92 team. No offense to the 2000 team. No offense to the 96 team. No offense to the 2016 and beyond teams. But this by far is one of the most dominant teams I've ever seen. I know a lot of people gonna bring up the 92 Dream Team. I understand. I completely understand. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, David Robinson, Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Chris Mullin, Christian Laettner. I'm like, how do y'all take Christian Laettner over Shaq though? Still don't understand that shit. But I completely understand. I completely understand why a lot of people say 92, but I feel like it's not fair because the rest of the world was not up to par with the USA. They just weren't, and it showed. At this point, a good chunk of the world was up to par with the USA, so they had to take on steeper competition. This is the one time where I think that a newer generation is better than the old one. They didn't have to take on the competition that in the 90s, they didn't have to take on the competition that they had to take on in the 2000s. In my personal opinion, the Redeem Team is 10 times more. I don't think they would beat the Dream Team, but I think that their team going up against the rest of the world I think that their run was 10 times better than the Dream Team, in my personal opinion. I think the 2018 by far is the best team ever assembled, by far. Y'all can make an argument for 2012. I could honestly say 2012 might be one too. 2012 might be up there too. But I'm taking the 2008 Beijing team, bro. Every time, bro, hands down. Oh yeah, RIP to Bernie Mac because he passed away around the time this shit was going on.
Up until this point, Team USA's struggles on the world stage were well documented, most notably winning only bronze in the 2004 Olympics. That's why in 2008, the league's best stars, headlined by Kobe and LeBron James, joined the team to redeem USA basketball for good. And despite a valiant effort from the rest of the world whose talent was beginning to catch
This Spain team was cold, bro. Ricky Rubio, who else was it? Go back for me real quick.
good. And despite a
Ricky Rubio, goddamn Jose Calderon, I'm trying to think, the Gasol brothers, Rudy Fernandez, dog. The Spain team was fucking cold, bro. Especially Ricky Rubio, a young Ricky Rubio, bro. This nigga was, I was watching these Olympics, bro. I was more fascinated with Ricky Rubio more than anybody, bro. That's why I say, bro, this was probably the most fire Olympics, bro. Of all the Olympics, this was probably the most fire one, bro. A young Ricky Rubio, I believe he was like barely 18, just turning 18 around this time, bro. Ricky Rubio was fucking niggas up, bro. This nigga was looking like a prodigy. Then he got to the NBA, bro. Nigga got to the NBA, bro. It's just a huge fucking letdown, bro. Just a huge letdown, bro. He had his moments every now and again, but we gotta call a spade here, man. For real. Just had to call a spade here.
You light my mind.
Ricky Rubio in international play, the most goated point guard you've ever seen. He gets to the NBA, trash. It's straight trash, man. But anyways, though, back to the video.
valiant effort from the rest of the world whose talent was beginning to catch up to the US's, the Redeem Team, as they were famously dubbed, brought order back to world basketball by earning gold at the Olympics. The star power of the Redeem Team flowed seamlessly into the 2009 regular season, as many players from this team had breakout campaigns the season thereafter. Dwayne Wade was the most notable. 2009 is easily Dwayne Wade's best individual year, and it's not a coincidence that this happened immediately after his time with Team USA. His incredible speed, scoring, and defensive prowess were all on full display for everyone to see this year.
Like, and you gotta take this into credit, and this is why I don't understand why people keep saying LeBron is ahead of Kobe. No, everybody on this team got better. Notice how everybody got better when they trained with Kobe, because for the first time they actually saw this man's process. There's a reason why Kobe was on top for so long, bruh. Bruh, these niggas didn't get better till they saw what Kobe was doing. Okay, Kobe waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, train for like 3 hours straight, wake up for the morning practice, and then go do the practice. Like Kobe was a non-stop machine. He, like, this nigga just live, sleep, and breathe basketball all day, every day, bruh. Man was working on his game all day, every day, no breaks, all gas, no breaks. How do we not acknowledge that? None of these niggas got better, and none of these niggas got better until they saw Kobe, till they saw the best do what he does. You have to give him that props, man. You have to give Kobe that props, man. For real, because they didn't get better until they saw somebody really out here doing it. Melo didn't get better. Melo don't go to the conference finals if he not on this team. Dwight Howard probably don't make the NBA finals if he not on this team. Bro, everybody had probably their best season this year. That's why I said the superstars were superstars this year. This is probably one of the best NBA seasons out there, bro. Is it better than 2001, 2004, 2005? Fuck no. but or 2006. I meant 2006. I said 2004, didn't I? Yeah, fuck. Nah, this better than 2004 for sure. Is it up there? I'll probably say it's 2004 got Malice at the Palace. I don't know if I can say it's better than that, but the superstars were being superstars this year.
He was recognized as one of the best players in the world, and on some nights, he was easily the league's best. He led the league at 30 points per game while also averaging 8 assists and 5 rebounds. He placed third in MVP voting, and if his team was better, this could have been Dwayne Wade's MVP year.
Exactly.
But league MVP honors would go to LeBron James, the first of his career. At this point of his career, LeBron was a walking stat line, regularly boasting in-season averages of 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, so this wasn't even a talking point this season. For his size, LeBron is the greatest athlete the league had ever seen, and in this year, he also added a level of intensity at the defensive end that really separated him from the rest of the pack. Not only was LeBron
That was
the
a foul.
runaway favorite to win league MVP,
This was never a block, bro. This was a straight foul, bro. He smacked the fuck out of Jason Richardson arm, bro. I don't care what y'all say. Niggas be like, bro, LeBron cold, bro. That's a block, bro. Bro, y'all know goddamn good and well this was a fucking foul, bro. He smacked the shit out of Jason Richardson's arm, bro, on that dunk attempt, bro. That was a clear fucking foul, bro. No way around it, bro. That was not all ball. Smacked the fuck out that nigga arm, bro. And nigga swear up and down, this the coldest LeBron player of all time. Knowing goddamn good and well, this is a fucking foul, bro. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
the title of league's very best was seriously being debated this year. In every barbershop, every chat room, and every arena all across the country, the debate of who was the best player, LeBron or Kobe, was serious. You had LeBron fans who argued that LeBron had arrived and surpassed Kobe.
No, he
He's
didn't.
a better playmaker, a better rebounder, and even a better scorer.
This was the season where LeBron arrived, yes. Is anybody saying that he was better than Kobe? Fuck no. Only people that was saying he was better than Kobe is people that still hated Kobe because of either the Colorado situation, him snitching on Shaq, or they just don't like the Lakers and they just don't like Kobe. Like, that's the only people who will say that shit. Other than that, no, nobody was really saying he was better than Kobe. People was that Olympics, the Olympics would tell you that, nah. But people were definitely saying that he's right there. Then that's when Nike did the whole puppet commercial thing with them trying to go to the finals. If anything, this season proved that Kobe was ahead of LeBron.
As his 28 points per game trumped Kobe's average of 26 points per game this year. Then you had faithful Kobe fans who refuted these points, claiming that until LeBron won a ring for himself, he couldn't even enter this discussion. At this point of Kobe's career, Kobe was playing for championships, not regular season awards. And because of this running debate, every matchup of theirs was must-see TV. The Lakers ended up winning both matchups in January and February of 2009, heavily favoring Kobe's case as the league's very best. Even Nike would get in on the action, as they would run a series of commercials during the season, casting both stars as puppets who would exchange barbs against one another, adding to the seemingly never-ending debate on who truly was the absolute best. The league, the fans, the sponsors, everyone wanted Kobe versus LeBron in the NBA Finals. And as the Lakers were cruising to the best record in the West, and the Cavaliers were sitting atop with the best record in the East, a Kobe-LeBron Finals seemed all but inevitable. Although a LeBron-Kobe Finals would make for some pretty spectacular entertainment and drama.
Yeah, but everybody, because this was the other monkey rich right there. Everybody was talking. Everybody was like, can they get past the Celtics though? Like, bro, the Celtics look old. The Celtics took a step back. No, they didn't. The Celtics was right there, bro. I'm telling y'all, dog. KG doesn't get injured. I'm telling you, the trajectory of Kobe and LeBron careers Dwight Howard career as well probably takes a different turn. Maybe we never experienced the greatness of Dwight Howard. Maybe we never experienced the greatness of Dwight Howard. Maybe Kobe only finishes with 3 or 4 rings instead of 5. Like I said, all it took was one little effect, and that was Kevin Garnett. If Kevin Garnett never gets injured, I'm telling you, things would look a little different in history.
Who Kobe really wanted was Boston. And in Boston's second year of the Big Three, they started the season on absolute fire with a franchise record of 27-2.
Yeah, Boston was
winning streak. The Big Three was firing on.
Boston was not playing, bro. Like everybody talking about Kobe versus LeBron. The Celtics, real basketball fans is looking like the Celtics right there though. I mean, so y'all get past the champs. Ain't nobody worry about that shit.
All cylinders, but third-year point guard Rajon Rondo was quietly becoming a force of his own. The Big Three was great, but it was Rondo who ignited Boston's offense, set the table for his star teammates, and piled up triple-doubles with uncanny ease. However, in February of 2009, KG, the heartbeat of these Boston Celtics, suffered a right knee injury that would prematurely end his season and severely compromise Boston's chances of repeating. It was a devastating blow to Boston, and although they would still earn the second seed in the Eastern Conference, these Celtics were not the same without their emotional leader and defensive identity. With KG out, how far could these Celtics really go? And once the 2009 playoffs kicked off, the second-seeded Boston Celtics faced off against a young, talented, and on the cusp of something great Chicago Bulls team in the first round.
The greatest playoff series ever of all time.
Of the year, Derrick Rose and the often overlooked offensive machine in Ben Gordon, these Bulls were not to be toyed with. In what was supposed to be an easy 4-game sweep for the defending champions, this series went the full 7 games. It also featured 2 overtime games,
one series,
double overtime thriller, and a legendary triple overtime gauntlet in Game 6.
That shit was...
saw Ray Allen go for 51 points, including 9 3-pointers. Rondo really came into his own this series, averaging nearly a triple-double with 19 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds to go along with about 3 steals per game. For the Bulls, second-year center Joakim Noah broke out as a true force defensively and on the glass with a series-leading 13 rebounds. Ben Gordon was on an offensive heater seemingly the entire series, leading all players on both sides with 24 points per game. And Derrick Rose gave Chicago fans something to be excited about as he showed flashes of explosiveness and jaw-dropping athleticism in his first ever playoff appearance as a rookie. In the end though, Boston escaped a tremendous upset, but this series endures as one of the greatest in NBA history. A timeless battle remembered for its intensity, physicality, and the razor-thin margin that separated 2 very evenly matched teams. With Boston's escape of Chicago, they landed themselves in round 2 with the surging Orlando Magic, led by the incomparable Dwight Howard. If last year saw him enter the best big man conversation, then he officially took the crown as best big man this year, no question. He earned Defensive Player of the Year honors, and with the unmatched athleticism that he had at his size and strength, made him an almost impossible cover down low. Boston, despite being without KG, was still heavily favored given their championship pedigree and roster depth, but these Orlando Magic were hitting their stride at just the right time. Dwight was a menace down low, gobbling up every rebound in his sight this series at an insane and underrated 17 per game. While veterans Rashard Lewis and Hedo Turkoglu were each on.
The main thing about this series, they ain't had nobody that could guard Dwight, bro. Dwight was just eating down there, bro. Like Kendrick Perkins was okay, but he not athletic or quick enough to hang with Dwight. Dwight was just too quick, too athletic, too young for him. He couldn't hang with him. Then on top of that, you got then when they started Boston started clogging the paint to make sure that Dwight didn't get the ball. Hedo Turkoglu, Rashad Lewis, yeah, they started going crazy for three in mid range. So it was pretty much a wrap from there. I was like, I didn't think that was the case. I thought this would go 7 games, but I thought Boston would somehow pull through. Nah. Orlando clearly had too much firepower.
On career resurrection tours, delivering unmatched offensive firepower. This series too went the full 7 games, and to everyone's surprise, Orlando pulled off the upset and destroyed Boston's chances at a title repeat. As the Eastern Conference Finals got underway, the entire league was anticipating MVP LeBron James and the top-seeded Cavs to put the Magic away relatively early. But these Orlando Magic just would not let up. The 2009 Magic are one of the most underrated teams of the decade. A young Dwight Howard anchored the paint, surrounded by a cast of sharpshooters ready for the kickout. One of the earliest glimpses of the modern spread offense that is commonplace in the league today. Countering Orlando's lightning-in-a-bottle run was LeBron, who by himself was damn near unstoppable. He averaged an incredible 39 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, including a 49-point gem in a Game 1 loss, as well as a heroic Game 2 buzzer beater to tie up the series 1 game apiece. In the end though, these Magic would upset another team in these playoffs by beating the Cavs in 6 games behind a Herculean Dwight Howard performance in the closeout Game 6, where he posted 40 points and 14 rebounds. All year, the league had been dreaming of a finals clash between the two very best in the league, Kobe and LeBron. And if not that, a classic rematch, Lakers versus Celtics with redemption on.
And let me guess what you're going to say. Well, LeBron didn't have any help. How the fuck do you win 66 games in the regular season? How do you have the best record in the regular season? You win 66 games. How do you not have help? So LeBron won all 66 games by himself. And the team was just there, right? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. What happened was, yes, they once again, the Cavaliers did not have a paint presence down low that can hang with Dwight. So once they started trying to clog the paint, the shooters started getting hot, and that was it. I'm telling you, bro. Why nobody just don't want to give Orlando their credit for beating you give them their credit for beating Boston, but you won't give them their credit for beating LeBron. See how you LeBron fans work? You see how you LeBron fans work? You don't want to give nobody their credit. You always find an excuse. No. See what had happened was that they ain't had no help for LeBron. That's why they lost. No, nigga. You ran into a better team. Take your L like everybody else does. So all you had to do is take your L. You don't have to make excuses, bro. You lost to a better team. It's understandable. It's okay. It's always next year, right?
Instead, the Orlando Magic rose up and shattered all of our dreams. Orlando's string of upsets.
What you mean our dreams, nigga? I ain't get no fuck about that shit. I ain't get no fuck. I did not give a fuck about Kobe versus LeBron, bro. I was just like, bro, as long as we get a good final series, I don't care.
In these playoffs, though, would come to a painful end against the Lakers in the 2009 finals. These Lakers were prepared, they were hungry, and they were led by a highly motivated Kobe Bryant, the most determined he'd ever been over his illustrious 13-year career. By a wide margin, the Lakers defeated the Magic in 5 games to win the NBA championship. Kobe had finally won that elusive 4th championship, his first without Shaq, what he had been fighting for ever since the Lakers entrusted him with the franchise back in the summer of 2004. And to top it off, the season-long debate about Kobe versus LeBron? Well, for the super duper stars like Kobe and LeBron, championships are what you ultimately hang your hat on. And despite an MVP season and a phenomenal playoff performance, LeBron came up short again, this time in the conference finals, whereas Kobe remained the last one standing, championship in hand. For one more year, Kobe was the GOAT over LeBron. Kobe's 2009 championship also silenced his doubters who claimed his first 3 titles more or less belonged to Shaq. This time, there was no question. This was his team, his moment, his legacy. But for Kobe, the job wasn't finished. To truly cement his place among the game's immortals, he knew he had to do it again. One championship is impressive, but back-to-back titles are what separates the greats from the all-time greats. And even beyond all of that, one challenge still burned in the back of his mind: avenging the painful 08 loss to Boston. The stage was already being set for another run.
Yeah, whatever, nigga. But anyway, so I'm just gonna about do it for this one, man. Most definitely 2009. I'd probably say this is probably top 5. If we had to rank, let's just go back through it. Okay, so if I had to rank, hold on real quick. Let me pull up. Wait, we out. Let me no, I'll do it right here. I ain't tripping. I'll do it right here. Give me 1, 2, 3. If I had to rank the 2000s as a whole, 2001 would be the best. 2006 would be the second best. That was just a crazy year. 2005 is up there. I'm gonna put 2009 at number 4. I'm gonna put 2009 at number 4. After that, I'm gonna probably put 2000. Do I want to put 2000? I don't have to. No, I'm gonna put 2004. I'm gonna put 2004. 2004 was really good. 2004 was good for what it was. Then after that, after the top 5, it just goes downhill from here. Like a lot of these seasons were just like boring. Some of them were boring. Some of them were just standard. Some of them didn't really have that many great things going on. I put 2002, then 2000 and I'm gonna put 2008. I'm gonna put 2008. Then 2000. I'm gonna put 2000 and. Do I want to put 2000? No, I'm gonna put 2000. Put 2000. And then 2007. Yeah. 07. The regular season for 07 was good, but that the playoffs was ass. After the Steve Nash, after the Phoenix Suns and Spurs series, the championship was pretty much determined at that point. Nobody was beating the Spurs at that point. You really thought Utah with a second year Darren Williams was going? No, fuck out of here. And for damn sure LeBron wasn't gonna do shit. So it is what it is. But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one. Yeah. So if I had to rank the 2000s as a whole, 2001 is by far the best season. 2006 is the second best season. 2005 is the third best season. 2009 is another great season. If Malice at the Palace didn't happen, 2009 would be over 2005. But Malice at the Palace happened. I can't, bruh. You just had to be there, okay? You just had to be there, bruh. The 2005 season, by far, that shit was probably the latest out of all of them. But 06 playoffs was amazing. And then 2001, that was a great playoff. It was just great playoffs on the Eastern Conference side. It was just a great playoffs. On the Western Conference side, yeah, the Lakers was just smacking everybody. Yeah, so like when I rank these seasons, I rank them as a whole. I'm starting from the season all the way to the end. So That means the playoffs have to be good. The finals have to be good. Nothing can be too predictable. I know 2001 was kind of predictable, but at the same time, that was just a lit ass season, bro. Hands down, that was just a lit ass season, lit ass year. So I have to put 2001 at number one. 2006, once again, dog fight all around. Kobe and the Lakers damn near upset the Phoenix Suns. That was crazy. 2005, Malice at the Palace. The playoffs was crazy. The finals was even better. 2009, the superstars were being superstars. 2004 was pretty solid. It wasn't the best, but it was solid nonetheless. That was probably when the NBA was at its most popular though. Cause like everybody and their mama was talking about that Kobe shit. Like that's when the NBA was at their most popular, bro. They was getting talked about all day, every day. Other than that though, man, yeah, that's pretty much just gonna about do it. I will see you on the next video. Till then, bye.